drugs in public health facilities countrywide, as well as the steps being taken by the Ministry of Health to resolve this issue. Secondly, the interventions being considered to guarantee sustained and reliable supply of dexamethasone, surfactant, and other essential maternal health drugs in order to avert similar shortages in future. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I proceed, Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Senate today, the 2nd of December, report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the county additional allocations cash disbursement schedule for financial year 2025-2026.
Proceed to give notice.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to give notice of motion on our report that the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee of Finance and Budget on the county additional allocations cash disbursement schedule for financial year 2025-2026, laid on the table of the Senate today, the 2nd of December, that is pursuant to Standing Order 17.7 of the Public Finance Management Act, which approves the county government's additional allocation cash disbursement schedule for financial year 2025-2026.
Senator Mtata.
Mr. Speaker, sir, this is a request for a statement on the land dispute between the Kenya Defence Forces and the previous owners of the land in Mariakani and Tangathini, locations in Kilifi County, earmarked for the construction of an army barracks. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Clause 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment, and Natural Resources on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the land dispute between the Kenya Defence Forces, KDF, and the previous owners of parcel number CR 73-754/26010 in Mariakani and Tangathini locations in Kaloleni Sub-County, Kilifi County. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the 1980s, the government earmarked the land for the construction of an army barracks and committed to compensate and relocate each affected family to Magarini constituency, where they would each be allocated land with a government-built house. However, only partial compensation ranging between Kenya shillings 500 and Kenya shillings 2,000 was ever paid. Consequently, the affected families continue to reside in the land as they await the promised relocation, even as they faced constant threats of displacement, prohibitions against putting up permanent structures, or burying their deceased relatives on the land. On 1st September 2025, the KDF issued an ultimatum requiring the families to vacate the land without consultation and without any arrangements for compensation or resettlement. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the historical ownership status of the land registered as parcel number CR 73754/26010 in Kilifi County, including whether due process was followed in the acquisition of the land by the government. 2, the reasons for the failure by the government to fulfill its pledge to relocate the previous owners of the land to Magarini constituency. 3, the timelines for the allocation of houses and land to the affected families in line with the government commitment, or for payment in commensurate compensation. 4, whether the ultimatum requiring the families residing on the land to vacate could be rescinded and the families allowed to remain on the land without harassment or undue restrictions until they are fully compensated. Signed, Senator Andrew Mtatwa Koiti, MP, Senator from Busia, 26 November 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, honorable senators will come back to the remaining statements, but allow me to further rearrange today's order paper so that we handle a crucial business that needs to be concluded today. That is order number 13, the motion on the cash disbursement schedule. Clerk, proceed to call that order.
Order number 13, motion. Report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the county government's additional allocations cash disbursement schedule for the financial year 2025-2026.
Chairperson,
Which I've shortly just laid on this table today, the 2nd of December, Mr. Speaker. The county additional cash disbursement schedule was submitted as per Section 17 of the PFM Act, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the motion that the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee of Finance and Budget on the county government's additional allocations cash disbursement schedule for the financial year 25-26, laid on the table of the Senate on the 2nd of December 2025, and that pursuant to Section 17(7) of the Public Finance Management Act, approves the county government's additional allocation cash disbursement schedule for financial year 2025-2026. Mr. Speaker, as I proceed, that Section 17 of the PFM Act, Cap 412, requires that the Senate does approve this particular schedule. This is a motion that each and every financial year, Mr. Speaker, I've stood here, or my chair have done so, to lay this particular motion. Mr. Speaker, I'll go directly to the main issue, which is how much has been, is actually on this schedule for disbursement. And it is this approval that we shall do today, Mr. Speaker, that gives the counties more monies, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the disbursement amounts to 70 billion, which spreads across 3 key schedules. Mr. Speaker, the first schedule amounts to 2 billion, 2.9, being the total allocation of the unconditional allocations, comprising of 11.5 million from the court fines and 2.9 billion from the 20% share of the mineral royalties, Mr. Speaker. In the morning, Mr. Speaker, in one of our normal discussions, we had a discussion of the issues of minerals, Mr. Speaker. And on this schedule, we have 2.9, Mr. Speaker, that is a share of the mineral royalties. But, Mr. Speaker, this is not an amount that we should actually be so proud of, because where we sit as a country, Mr. Speaker, what is collected through mineral royalties should be able to take care of this country. We should actually move away from borrowing and maximize on our mining, Mr. Speaker. If 20% amounts to 2.9, Mr. Speaker, with more mining policies and structures, Mr. Speaker, this country can be able to generate more revenue through minerals. The second schedule, Mr. Speaker, is 9.9 billion, being the total allocation for the total conditional allocations from the national government share. And, Mr. Speaker, if members could give me their ears, this is where sometimes we go to the ground. We want to communicate to our people, the people that we represent, Mr. Speaker. The amount of